Charles Leclerc has just taken a huge step inside Ferrari that could change everything for the team. Ahead of the Spanish Grand Prix, Leclerc made a powerful and honest statement that didn't come from the car or a dramatic on-track move. It came from his voice, his clarity, and his vision for the future. And this wasn't just an emotional or random comment. It was well-timed, full of purpose, and clearly meant to send a message not just to the public, but also to his team, his teammate Lewis Hamilton, and the leadership at Ferrari. In a season where Ferrari's chances are hanging by a thread, and with a major upgrade arriving for the Spanish Grand Prix, Leclerc picked the perfect moment to speak up. He said that the future of Ferrari must be built around both himself and Lewis Hamilton, and that the car must reflect their shared aggressive driving style. These are not small words. This is Leclerc stepping into a leadership role and showing that he understands just how important this moment is for Ferrari. The Spanish Grand Prix weekend is a major turning point. If the upgrades don't work, Ferrari may have to give up on the SF25 and shift focus completely to the 2026 car. That means all the hopes and hard work invested into this car would go to waste. Leclerc knows this, and his words are clearly aimed at giving the team direction and focus at the most crucial time. What's really interesting about Leclerc's statement is not just what he said, but how and when he said it. He didn't make a big show of it. He sat down calmly and spoke about what the team needs to do, not just to survive this season, but to actually grow and fight for something real. He didn't just talk about his own performance. He spoke about Hamilton's strengths and how he's learning from Lewis in small but important ways. For example, Leclerc talked about how he's starting to adopt some of Hamilton's driving tricks during races, little changes in how he manages certain parts of the race that can make a big difference in finishing position. But the most powerful part was when he went deeper and focused on Hamilton's connection with the engineers, the way Lewis gives feedback, how precise and sharp his communication is, and the well-organized team of people Hamilton has built around him over the years. Leclerc didn't speak like someone who is threatened by a seven-time world champion joining the team. Instead, he spoke like someone who is learning from a top-level teammate and embracing the idea of working together. That's what made this moment so powerful. Leclerc could have tried to establish himself as the #1 driver, especially since he's been with Ferrari for years. But he chose a different path. He chose unity. He chose collaboration. And that, in Formula One, is very rare. Most of the time, when two big-name drivers are on the same team, there is tension. The drivers fight for position, compete in the media, and create pressure inside the garage. But here, with Hamilton and Leclerc, we're seeing something much more dangerous for their rivals. Two strong drivers choosing to pull in the same direction. That unity could be the one thing that saves Ferrari's season. Right now, Ferrari is technically second in the championship standings, but that doesn't tell the whole story. They are far behind McLaren in points, and Hamilton hasn't even reached the podium yet this season. The SF25 is full of potential, but also full of problems. It's fast one weekend and difficult the next. That inconsistency has been a huge problem. And now at the Spanish Grand Prix, Ferrari is bringing the biggest upgrade package they've developed all season. This upgrade includes a new front wing that follows the latest FIA rules to reduce flexible parts. This change is meant to give the car more stability and balance. Then there's a new rear wing that is flatter and designed to bring back the downforce they've been missing. But perhaps the most important part is the new suspension system being tested. If this works, it could allow the car to run lower, to the ground, giving the drivers the rear-end confidence they've been asking for all season long. All these changes are big. They could completely transform the car. But there's also a risk. If these upgrades don't deliver, then it becomes clear that the car's basic design is flawed. That would be a crushing blow to Ferrari. In that case, they may have no choice but to stop developing the SF25 and turn all their attention to the 2026 season, which brings new technical rules and a new chance to start fresh. Leclerc's statement makes even more sense when you look at the pressure the team is under. Ferrari isn't just trying to win races, they are trying to rebuild their identity. The team has gone through years of frustration, near misses and mistakes. They've had moments of hope only to fall behind again. And now, in 2025, they are once again at a crossroads. With Red Bull and McLaren pulling ahead, Ferrari needs more than just fast upgrades. They need vision. They need leadership. And Leclerc seems to understand that better than anyone. What makes this moment so different is that Leclerc isn't acting like someone fighting for the spotlight. Instead, he's recognizing the value of partnership. He's saying clearly that he believes in working together with Hamilton. That means sharing ideas, supporting each other, and pushing Ferrari forward as a team, not as two separate drivers trying to beat each other. It's also worth noting how unusual this is for Hamilton as well. For most of his career, Hamilton has been the clear leader in his team. Whether it was at McLaren or Mercedes, he had built everything around his style, his rhythm, and his method. Now at Ferrari, he's in a new environment with a new car, a new culture, and a new teammate. But instead of fighting for control, he's found someone who's choosing to work with him rather than against him. That's a big change, and it could help bring out the best in both drivers. Leclerc's praise for Hamilton was also very personal. He called Lewis a master, not just of driving but of managing everything around him. From dealing with pressure to organizing his engineering team, Hamilton brings a level of detail that helps everyone perform better. And by recognizing this, Leclerc isn't just being polite. He's showing that he understands what it takes to win, and he's ready to learn. This kind of relationship between teammates is rare in Formula One, and for Ferrari, it might be exactly what they need to finally move forward. Two drivers working together means more consistent feedback. It means faster development. It means fewer distractions and more focus on results. And with the new upgrade coming in Barcelona, that kind of focus is more important than ever. Because, let's not forget, this weekend could decide the whole direction of Ferrari's season. If the upgrades work, Ferrari can keep fighting. They can keep believing in the SF25. They can target wins and maybe even a title challenge. But if the upgrades don't work, if the car is still difficult to drive, still inconsistent, still behind McLaren and Red Bull, then the reality is hard to ignore. It means the SF25 doesn't have what it takes, and it means Ferrari will need to make a big decision very quickly. That's what makes Leclerc's timing so smart. He's not just talking about teamwork for the sake of it. He's showing leadership when it's needed the most, and he's doing it without causing drama. He's not complaining, he's not blaming. He's simply saying, this is the path forward, and we need to take it together. Behind the scenes, the pressure on Ferrari is huge. The engineers are working long hours trying to make sense of all the data. The new front and rear wings, the suspension changes, they all need to work perfectly to give the car a more balanced, confident feel. The FIA's crackdown on flexible wings means everyone is watching closely. Every team will be tested, and every small mistake will be exposed. It's not just a race weekend, it's a full test of everything Ferrari has been working on. And Leclerc's message adds even more weight to that, because if the upgrades do work, and if Hamilton and Leclerc continue to support each other, then this could be the moment when Ferrari finally begins to move in the right direction again. The team has the history, it has the fans, it has the resources, but what it has often lacked in recent years is unity, and now, for the first time in a long time, they may finally have it. But if things go wrong, the story could flip overnight. If the upgrades fail and the team falls further behind, then Leclerc's words could be seen not as leadership, but as a cry for help. Hamilton's arrival could begin to feel like a mistake, and the team could face criticism from every direction. The media, the fans, and even from inside the company. This weekend is not just another chapter in the 2025 season, it's the beginning of something much bigger. It's about Ferrari trying to rebuild not just a car,